Hey friends, happy Wednesday. It's me, Miss Jen. I feel like it's been forever since we've had a Crafternoon, but we're doing things a little differently for fall. So you have the opportunity to watch me virtually on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook page. And that's when you sign up for your kit and you come in and get your kit and you do it on your own. I won't be going live like we did for the past, but you'll still be able to watch the video and it'll be there for you to go back and see. Or if you'd like to come in person, we have a limited amount of in-person spots each week for the craft. We'll give you the same craft kit to go that you would get at home, except then we would also include like extra things like glue and scissors, so you don't have to worry about that when you're here with us, and everyone will be socially distant. So you must sign up for that in advance. We can't accommodate walk-ins, but we can, of course, accommodate to-goes, and then you can watch the video later. So today I thought, because you guys just started school last Friday, I thought we would do a really cute back to school craft, and we are going to be making school bus picture frames. And I actually already made it. The glue may not be totally dry, so hopefully it won't fall apart. I'm not even going to pick it up. I'm just going to show you. This is what it's going to look like. And then you can put your cute little faces inside of your first day of school pictures, holding your little signs that say, I'm going into whatever grade and I want to be a blank when I grow up. So you can put your cute little picture right in here. And I have some magnets here. They're not included in your kit, but if you do have magnets at home, this would be adorable to add magnets on the back and then add this to your refrigerator. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is what it's going to look like. Inside your kit, you're going to have everything you need, like I said, except you will not have your glue and your scissors. You'll need that at home. I also highly recommend that you have a little cup of water, because I did only give you one paintbrush and you do have 2 colors of paint. You're going to need a scissor and you're going to need glue. You can use, like, if mom wants to, or your grown-up wants to glue gun for you using the hot glue gun, they can do that because it gets very, very hot. But I used Elmer's glue for this and it seems to be sticking. It just needs a little time to dry. So inside and then I would get like a plate or like some sort of area to cover, because it does get a little messy with the paint and the glue. So I'm not going to use my paint over here. I actually opened a paint before, so I'm going to use my same little paint pots. And the first thing I'm going to do is take my cute little back to school license plate, and I'm just going to trim it so that it looks the actual size of the license plate. There's no extra paper around it looking messy. And this is going to go on our finished product. And the other thing I'm going to do before we begin is one of your popsicle sticks that you're going to paint black actually has to be cut in half, because that is what actually makes the wheels. So I did paint it first and then I cut it in half, and it was still a little wet. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to cut it in half first, and then we can go ahead and paint it. It might be a little bit easier. So you're just going to take your scissors. Again, you ask your grown-up for help if you don't have safety scissors. And I'm just going to, cut it right in half. Okay, cut it right in half. And this is what I'm going to paint black. I'm going to move my yellow popsicle sticks out of the way for a moment. And I'm going to get started on my painting. Remember, you do need to wait for things to dry. I tried my best to, I tried to be patient. But it dries very quickly because you're only going to put a quick coat. I have to say, the silver is beautiful. It's like so shiny and glossy. I love it. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my silver paint, and my yellow, and I'm going to paint my one popsicle stick silver, and this is going to be for the bumper of the bus. We did get yellow popsicle sticks this time because it's just so much easier to have them already the color that you need the school bus to be, so it cuts down on your painting time and your drying time, and it just moves your craft along. Plus it looks so pretty, and it's just easier. So the only ones that you have to paint are the silver and the black. And one coat is totally enough. What I did earlier was when I was pushing down to glue it, because of course, like, I didn't wait until the paint was totally dry. Then I just touched up the little part that had my fingerprints in it, and it was fine. Okay, so I'm gonna close my silver up. You wanna make sure it clicks. And now I'm going to open up the black, and I'm going to paint my 2 popsicle sticks that I cut in half. And again, this is going to be for your wheels. And it's going to stick underneath your bus. It's just a super cute craft. And I hope that you guys all love this and that, you know, you're doing well in school and you're excited to be back in person and you're enjoying. So you see how like my paint is going over. That's why I put paper underneath. I highly recommend, because even though it's, you know, it's washable, but like you don't want to get it all over the table or the counter. It could get on your hands, and I'm going to wash my hands and it'll come off. But it's just easier to not get it on the table. Okay, whoops. You should also have like paper towels or wet ones or something nearby. Wet paper towel, I don't. So my hands will just be painted until we're done. Okay, so now I'm gonna set this to the side and close my black paint. And now it's time to glue. So you want to take 3 of your yellow popsicle sticks and you're going to make a box. Your top, actually this is going to go on top. So your 2 sides and then your top. And this top one is going to rest on top of these, okay? Now I'm going to take my glue. I really do have paint all over me. I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to lift this and I'm going to put a dot here. And you do not need a lot. Remember, friends, a little bit goes a long way because it's going to spread out and then it's going to make a mess. And like if it doesn't stick, you can always add more, but you can't really take it away as easily. It makes a mess. And now you're just going to place this popsicle stick on top and then just press down. You want to make sure that it looks even-ish and just press down. It's not going to stick right away. Like I'm going to attach something else and then it's going to move a little, but that's totally fine. While I'm waiting for my paint to dry on the silver and the black, I'm going to do the next part, which is to add 2 more yellow popsicle sticks up here. So no, I'm only going to add 1 more up here. The other 2 go on the bottom for the bumper above the silver. So I'm going to add my second popsicle stick, my second yellow popsicle stick right underneath my first one. And again, just like a drop of glue and push down. And like maybe make sure that your hands are a little clean because I'm already getting like black paint on it, but it doesn't matter. Just going to hold this down and then I'm totally going to do what I told you not to do. I'm not going to wait for my silver to be dry. I'm going to attach it. And then we can fix it up a little if it needs to be repainted. Okay, so I'm going to pick up my silver. It's like mostly already dry. And at the bottom here, because remember, this is going to be the bumper or fender, the bumper, I don't know. I'm going to put my silver right at the bottom. And then my fingerprints are probably going to come on, and that's fine because then I'm just going to take my paintbrush and I'm going to touch it up. I'm just holding this down to get it to stick. Yeah, so there's 2 little spots where my finger just was, but it's fine. Now I'm going to glue my last 2 yellow popsicle sticks. So I'm going to put a drop of glue here and here and place this down. And then before I even press down, because then I can press down both of them at the same time, I'm going to put a drop here and a drop there. And I'm going to push all three. And you just want to make sure, like, I don't know if you can see, but my thumbs are holding the silver one in place so that it doesn't go sliding off, because like I said, it's totally not completely dry yet. And now after pushing this down, I'm going to leave it alone. I am going to take my silver paintbrush and I'm just going to touch up the little spots where my thumbs were or my fingers were before, so that you don't see my fingerprint on there. And like, guys, you can't even see it anymore. Okay, now it's time for our license plate. Back to school. And you just need a little, like, I'm not even pushing hard on the glue. I'm just putting like enough to just wet it a little so that it'll stick. And that's gonna go sitting a little bit on the silver and then on the yellow. And then I wish the jewels were a little bigger. That was a mistake when I ordered. But these are going to act as our headlights. So you're going to put a drop and stick it. And another drop of glue. And try to line it up. And stick it. So the final thing that we have to do is a little bit tricky. We're going to take, see, these are not dry, but we're going to take the black popsicle sticks that we cut in half, and these are going to be our wheels. You see how they're tucked underneath this picture frame here? So again, my hands are already filthy, so it doesn't even matter. You just want to be careful because you want to make sure that your whole frame doesn't fall apart. So I'm going to carefully take the first one, and it is still wet, and I'm going to put my glue towards the top, because you're not, like, this part is not going to be seen. You're only seeing the bottom part of it. I'm going to carefully, hopefully, lift and push down. And then we are going to do the same thing with this one. And so, like I said, it's actually easier if you cut it first and then paint. Before, I painted first and then cut. It's not that it was hard, it's just that it, you know, it was messier because I didn't, just like with this one, I didn't let it dry first. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to lift it a little bit, hopefully, and stick it under. Make sure that my wheels look pretty lined up, and push down. So I'm going to push down on all of this. The silver's still not stuck totally yet. You can go back and add more glue if you need, but remember, it's going to eventually stick. And then this is what, oops, it will look like. It's still not dry. It's still not totally glued yet. So I'm not even going to hold that one up. I'm going to hold this one up. This is what it will look like when you're done. So it's super easy and fun. We have plenty of kits left. So if you didn't sign up yet for the grab for your Crafternoon kit to go, you can still call us and you can come in and grab one. And then you can watch the video and you can make it at home. Please, as always, put your finished, beautiful creations in the comments so that we can see them, and tune in next week where we make some other fun popsicle stick activity for back to school theme. And if you do want to come in, please sign up early so that you get a spot for our very socially distanced Crafternoon together upstairs in the community room. All right, friends, I've missed you. I am hoping you're having a great school year. Happy Wednesday, and I will see you next week. Bye, friends.